Allegedly, maybe, we don't know, right? I think, so I'm a Christian, a lot of people out there are raised Christians, and I have a certain attitude towards that person, just because of the way they're raised, right? You probably agree to that, sure. But we're not using that same logic to the flat earth and the globe, from my perspective. Anyway, let me get just a quick point. So if this is like this, we spin it. One of many things that I tested was how come the United States looks like that? Why is it hot down there? Like, why are the seasons different in different regions? Because the sun is all the way over there. It should be equal, at least in America, because America is relatively the same distance from the sun, right, across the board. I get it if it's the top and bottom, I'll give them that. But America itself should be the same, like, heat. Like, it should always be the same temperature, relatively, right? No. The top, well, based off this curves around.
Based on a ball.
But this, based on a ball, so it should be cold up here and hot in the middle.
Remember, it's tilted away from the sun.
Still, America's not tilted. Not tilted this way. So look at this. This is actually provable. Like, I can't grow certain things because I'm in a different place. Okay. So if the Earth is over here, and America, I'll let you look at America, and tilted towards the sun, don't you think, right here, America, don't you think California and Pennsylvania should both be at the same temperature right now? If the sun is way over there.
And it's as big as they say it is.
I don't care, I'll give them everything they say.
And the only difference is angle.
I mean, you probably know what I'm saying, but
angle.
There's difference.
Angle determines the seasons.
On a globe, this doesn't. It works this way. You can't actually put that on a globe.
I'm sorry?
It works on a globe. I don't know if I'm following you, because it does work.
It works if you believe it. It works if you believe and accept everything they say.
I think that's
if you accept it.
Too. That's what it feels like.
No, I know, because, but this is, I don't have to accept that. I see that. It's right there. That's a straight freaking line. And look, there's a table there, so it's definitely flat. And on a curved surface, you only get a spot. How come on that globe, you can see? No, you wouldn't. Look, you only get a spot.
Well, but you're looking at a very, very tiny, your eye is much larger than
Proportionately, it's the same. It would be a bigger spot on a big globe, sure. But it's still the same.
Where did it generate? I think I asked you this earlier. Where did exactly did it generate from? Who first proposed?
Flat Earth has been since the beginning of time. Thank you for coming out.
No, but somebody had to model it. There's got to be
the first video I watched was from Eric Dubay, 200 Proofs, which is on the card. That's the one I watched. Oh, and I took all that evidence and I studied it.
I mean, historically. Like, I know before the scientific revolution there was...
No. See, Flat Earth is reality. What happened was the globe. That was introduced.
Yes, but who somebody had to identify that there was a ring of the South Pole. Somebody had to identify that the sun goes around like this. These experiments, they don't...
Well, they say they give credit to Copernicus for the globe model, heliocentric model. But I think they were all part of that secret organization group that wanted control.
You these experiments and they still hold up.
No, they tell you the results.
Those you can do. You just get a Facebook friend around.
Can you do the Cavendish experiment and to prove gravity?
Which one is this?
The balls in the shed. He said, oh, they attracted each other. Oh, really? No, you can't repeat that. No one has ever repeated that experiment.
I don't think, just like evolution is a theory of evolution, and scientists will be really, I think, honest with you, this is their best guess. Nobody can prove that the Earth is a globe. Just like Marilyn's presenting her evidence to this being a flat Earth, because she technically can't prove it. I mean, you're
right.
Showing evidence.
And I'm not going to convince anybody.
It's just like the globe. Scientists have evidence of what they feel, looking at their perspective and their line. But it's still just a theory.
But what's happening in the public schools? They aren't showing evidence like this. They're teaching and saying this is it. And they're doing the same thing with evolution. That's
Because
it.
Physical experiments work. Physics of the physical experiments work.
That's what you're told, because you don't do them yourself.
Well,
No, see, there you go. You're depending on somebody else. When you depend on somebody, no, when you depend on somebody else, they are your God, because you trust them explicitly.
not dogmatically.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
not the experiment. I'm not the expert on all things, all subjects, and nobody is. So we have to at some point.
Okay, then pick out one thing here and go test it and find out. I pick curvature. I see straight lines. There is no curvature.
Okay, so when I see curvature, like I said before, those 2 points, they're not parallel. They diverge. They go out like that into space.
What 2 points?
When we talk about the flatness of the water between two continents, it's just incorrect. They diverge.
How could you see that? A pole in England and a pole in the United States. How
Not
could...
see it like if you take an azimuth and you shoot it out from one pole, from one shore to the other, or one observation center to another observation center, observatory on different parts of the Earth.
And that's all something that you have to believe. Okay. Go to the seashore, go to Wildwood, and tell me if you can see Atlantic City. 32.6 miles away. It should be 681 feet underneath the water. And you can see all of it. I stand on Ocean City Boardwalk. I can see 30 miles away. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I mean, really. I mean, do it yourself.
And another thing I looked into was the flights. I looked at how long it takes to get from point A to point B. Mm-hmm. So again, I can prove myself, I know logically what makes sense and what you can't, unless you can define the science that we're living in, right? If you can fly and you can do stuff like that, there's certain things, limitations that you would have. Flying on a globe and on a flat Earth. So the way I did it is I just said, can this work on a flat Earth? Can this work on a globe?
Yeah.
Flight patterns. I found way more evidence that supported a flat Earth map and how flights work on a flat Earth map as far as how they fly into wind patterns, where flights actually have to land, because the land physically isn't there.
What did you see that made it look flat? Because when I go from the East Coast to the West Coast, it's an arc.
Okay, imagine yourself pregnant and about to deliver, and you're in the Philippines, and you're flying to Los Angeles, and you start into labor over the ocean, and they land in Alaska, because that's closest. Why is that? Because on a flat Earth map, it's a straight freaking line. Where is it? It's a straight freaking line right across here. But if it was down here, it wouldn't be that. They wouldn't have landed in Alaska. It's right there. That actually happened.
Physically, you have to land somewhere, and there's not then you can't hide land masses. Like, they're not moving.
So am I globe thing, like when I talk East Coast, West Coast, my track looks like an arc. Yeah. If it's flat, I mean, I go over certain states that make it look like an arc. If it's
what you see from the airplane window, those windows, there's several layers in the airplane window. On your instruments, what instrument are you using?
There's an instrument that shows the whole United States as you go across it, and it looks like an arc.
It looks like an arc on your instrument? Your attitude indicator?
No. I have a screen.
Okay, so this is something that's computerized on your console.
I mean,
okay, look at your attitude indicator. Does it ever indicate that your nose is going down?
No.
You're ever dipping your nose down on purpose? No. Okay, so in other words, you have a string from the center of the Earth to your airplane, and it's just going like this around, right? Right? Is that what you think it is? Okay, so the gyroscopes are calibrated, and they're flat, and we have a guy named D. Marble who took his level with him on an airplane flight, and it never moved. Okay, the whole time.
He said, of course not.
Okay.
And look at
if you ever come to Flat Earth, don't tell your bosses. Pilots and Flat Earth do not mix.
Of course not.
They'll fire you. I'm telling you, they'll fire you.
No,
you'll be grounded.
I think it was Sydney to Madagascar, because I think on a globe map, those two should be like 4 hours apart, but the flight actually takes about 12 hours. And they go to India first, and then they go.
They all come above the equator before they go south again.
They have to have an in-between flight, because if they didn't, you would realize that it's farther apart than it's really shown on the globe, and then you can prove it right there. To me, I was able to physically prove where locations were. So you can do that's what she's saying by like do your own math. Like,
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm a little fuzzy on it, but
no, trust me, and the flat Earth, like to me, both of those maps are different. And we were saying earlier with who had the original map, you can look at all civilizations. They're always trying to map different continents, different countries, even the world. And I honestly don't believe anybody has the right specs.
Well, and the surface,
I don't think either one of those maps are
the
probably
land masses have changed since the world flood because there's more water now. And my theory about the inner dome breaking, the inner layer, that water came down, and then the ice age was that dome gathered, and it wasn't an ice age where the earth all cooled. It was the inner dome crashed, and that's where all that ice came from.
so this dome, can we get to it? Can we hit it?
Yes, if you look up Operation Fishbowl, they tried to set up some bombs up there and break it. Our government, they're like crazy or something. Why would you do that?
Hit it with sufficient.
Yes, look up lightning sprites. Lightning sprites, like you can see the dome. They kind of like go off the dome. Yeah, it's absolutely there. I'm convinced. Yeah. And the stars are in it. Well, there was a beer commercial, I think, where they tried to show that you could break through the dome. And there's a Simpsons cartoon. Simpsons. Yeah, they broke through the dome or something, and the dome came crashing into the stadium, and all the water came down. And say they mock us all the time. They mock us. We know this, and you don't. Ha ha.
What do you think is outside?
Water.
All water?
Salt water.
So we're underwater.
We're in water. We are a crystalline ball in water. And the Earth is like half of that.
There's no space.
No outer space. The only outer space someone might say would be beyond Antarctica, but I don't think there is. I think the outer space that they're talking about maybe is there might be some land down in here in the South Pacific, because they never fly there.
That's a lid on this. That ring. There's a lid on that ring.
A lid? I think there's a top and a bottom lid. But that's my personal opinion. I can't prove any of that. What other thing could you put inside water and it would stay, it would not collapse? Can you put an egg in your hand and crush it? No. It's a sphere, and you stick it in the water, and it will hold itself together. That's the principle that the Hoover Dam was built on, too. That's why they have it on a curve, an arc. So, yeah, that's...
So what's the problem with this?
I don't know. Why don't you go there and find out? They say Sheol. They say there's another Earth back there, down there, where other kinds of people...
No.
Like other creatures could live there. Maybe they're opposite of us, or, because they would have like a reverse polarity kind of thing, wouldn't they, down there? I don't know.
You're getting a little too Matrix for me. Can you imagine?
When you come to flat Earth, you see the Matrix. You see it. And it's like, it's an awakening. You see it. Then everything else opens up. You question everything then. You open every door. You don't trust that government for nothing.
It happened to me.
I'm so excited to meet you girls. That's great.
Totally turned my world upside down.
Yes. Yeah. How long has it been for you?
Year and a half.
Year and a half? How about you?
This is my son.
Oh, that's your son.
I'm very proud of. And he would have these conversations with me when he first told me that the Earth was flat. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me, right?" Remember? Yeah. So we would have these conversations, and we would sit outside in the back of the yard of his house.
So you guys are all subscribers?
No.
No.
I never met them before.
No.
We don't
I
know.
never met
I
her.
never met them.
Subscribers to the flat Earth theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm the only audience member except that dude and the angry guy.
I know.
That's okay. We still love you.
I mean, I still
man.
have doubts because I can't believe that what I was indoctrinated with.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there's
I'm
so
like
many people that believe the globe.
98% sure it's flat.
So, but to me, this makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And I am coming from a Christian worldview, so it's more plausible to me that God created a flat earth with a dome. And
For us.
I just believe
Like
that.
the Bible says.
Right, exactly. So there's other things going on, at my faith level to believe in this as well.
If you don't-
Marilyn,
What?
when I was asking where this came from,
Well,
Like the Bible says.
this supports the Bible, but I did not come at it from that
I
aspect.
know, but that's what.
See, I try to teach the science because there's such a negativity in the world about the Bible now. Because they say, oh, it's proved wrong because we see the outer space, we see that spinning ball. It can't be. The Bible's lied. Well, no,
And
it's not.
See, to me, that is the basis of why this theory has become so popular.
What's that?
Because if people could get you to doubt that the earth is flat and believe in a globe and planets and extraterrestrials and aliens and blah, 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 then you're not going to believe God's word. Because the flat earth is, what, Ryan? Noted in 60 books of the 66 Bible books. So, again, it's deception on a small scale, because you believe a little lie, you believe a bigger lie, and you just don't believe the word of God.
Amen.
Because you read the word and you're
That's right.
well, wait a minute. I'm supposed to believe this globe because that's what I'm told. That's what I'm taught. And so it really messes with your belief system as well. So
It does.
It's all entwined.
It confirmed mine. It solidified mine.
It does, because I don't talk.
Hello. Would you like to have a
Do
seat?
you believe it?
No.
Oh,
This is the flat earth.
what would you
Yeah? Do you understand it? You don't know? Do you have a question?
I don't believe that there's a higher
You don't know? You can have a seat and ask a
I
question.
was thinking about you earlier. I came by here and I saw this. I said, incredible, flat earth.
I'm coming.
And I was taking my nap because I'm an old man. And I woke right up and I had to come over here
Good for you.
just to look at this.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just give you a quick overview.
I think I heard it.
Did you?
That's cool.
At school? You
Yeah,
don't-
that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Now, what did you,
that makes sense. And
this is interesting. Wow, that's quite a commitment you made here. Let me put my other hat on.
Put your thinking hat on.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
my survival hat. You know what I mean? You understand this?
John Deere.
John Deere?
Yeah, it's my survival hat.
All right.
Redneck, Pennsylvania.
Sounds good. One of the guys.
Only way to be.
You understand.
Absolutely. That's why I got the cat shoes on.
Nice.
And my shoes are dangerous.
You know what's up?
No, the insides when you smell them. They'll knock you out. No, I'm kidding. I know.
Uggs.
I know. Uggs. Uggs. So, what do you know about this?
Wow, this is quite a,
Do you know
when did
anything?
you fall into this? This is interesting.
3 years ago, I started to study it. When somebody
I
told
heard about it.
me that the moon landing never happened, and I said, "You got to be kidding." So I started looking into that, and then flat Earth was coming up.
All right,
So I looked into
let's
that.
back up to the moon landing.
Fake.
The moon landing never
Fake.
happened.
Totally fake.
And the only thing that I've seen that was
All right.
interesting.
Well,
3 of us believe. This guy doesn't know yet.
who
So
doesn't know?
there's 4 of us who are flat earthers. This guy's not sure yet, and you. I don't know where you're at. So, yeah, this is the flat Earth map as best we know.
You don't want to know my politics.
Do you know how to get on YouTube and watch videos?
Yeah, I'm way beyond that. I'm in like 5G.
5G is very dangerous.
5G.
That could kill us. It'll turn us into
Give me
Walking
your card.
Dead.
This is good.
For once, it was. And
No, I
story time.
well, I don't have an audience anymore. When I walked in, I admire your commitment.
Thank you.
You can see right underneath.
I can answer your questions. Do you have a question? The government's lying. You know that, right? The government lies to us about everything. You know that.
Everything, well, some things, not everything.
I think 99% of what they tell us is a lie to control us.
Oh, wow.
The kings never
That's a
let the
little bit
serfs.
cynical.
The kings never let the serfs read, right? Do you understand that?
The what?
The kings never let the serfs read.
Forever and
Oh,
Why is that? Why? Do you know why?
well, I have a pretty good understanding. why.
Because if they are educated, people are hard to control. That's what it's about, control.
I should give you this book,
So look,
Public of Dreams.
there you go. So look,
What's
What's the difference between-
I collect postcards
there you go.
and books.
Okay.
But I have to,
When you,
I'm not exactly on board with this, but I admire your commitment. I really do.
Good.
because the atmosphere isn't really all the same, so it's kind of wavy.
So when does this thing start?
Pressure goes up and down.
Oh, we already went through. If you sit down, I'll explain some things to you.
No, I heard the rap.
Did
I heard
you?
your thing.
Okay, we're done then.
Yeah. So when do you come through again?
I can come back anytime.
Well,
I was here at bike night. I walked around. I put these on my cart and I walk around through Lansdale. I came to Hot Rod Night too. I'll be here. I'll be around.
And level off, it might not do it. And if it comes a little more to a certain atmosphere conditions, it'll start to.
all right, take care.
Okay, thanks for
Enjoy
stopping.
your day.
You too.
Take care.
Good luck, Brian.
Thank you.
Whatever moisture is so quickly. And that nice. But, I mean,
What would be the purpose of what?
chemtrails.
Oh, chemtrails. Blocking the sun, maybe. Putting chemicals in our atmosphere, definitely hurting us. There's not a
Getting us to vote for Trump, maybe?
definitive answer on that.
It's been going on for a while.
So I'm organizing a health fair at the Culpsville Firehouse in Town Medicine Firehouse in Culpsville, May 4th. So try to make that.
What kind of health care?
All things natural.
Okay,
So if you know anybody who's got a natural product or whatever they want to sell, that's great.
okay.
And just want to get, that's my objection to pharmaceuticals,
Okay,
is to promote other things. I do it in a positive way.
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Ronald. Nice to see you
Hey,
again.
I'm glad to see you.
you.
Take care.
Thanks.
Safe flying.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Marilyn. It was interesting.
I'm so glad you came.
Yeah.
You from Lansdale?
East
No,
Norton.
Oh, East Norton. Cool. Very cool.
we were here earlier.
For the rally, yeah, I was too.
Yeah, we talked to you out there. You might not have.
Okay.
But,
Too many
and then,
people.
Yeah.
Too many people to see.
And then, yeah, when I went online, I just happened to catch it. I was like, guys, there's the flat earth. It's
Well,
all
I don't know
great.
how you heard about this gay thing, the drag queen thing. How'd you hear about it?
I know the promoter, Steve Petrowski.
I was the one who put out the notice because when I came to sign up, I saw it was right ahead of me. I'm there, what? Drag queen? So I started sending out information.
Do you know Steve Petrowski?
Oh, yeah, for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to be in the Patriot groups together and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, we would do rallies.
Citizens
And then
for
I said to
Liberty?
him, huh?
Citizens for Liberty?
Yeah. And then I said to him, hey, Steve, instead of just, being a prayer thing, why don't you just, get a rally going like we used to have? So that's when he made up the page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we spread some good seeds.
Yeah. Yeah, tell them that you're a flat earther. So they listen to me. They're not quite on that. I told them about it. I went over to one of their meetups in Valley Forge, and I don't know. It's a little over some people's heads. They like, what? It's like they can't even think. Like, they're not dumb or stupid. It's just like they're so indoctrinated.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it took 3 or 4 times with my son talking to me. Like, the first time I thought, oh my gosh, like he's, and then like we would sit around with like his wife, my daughter, her husband, like the family, and
I'm not allowed to talk about this at my family.
No wonder she made posters.
So because we respect Ryan and we know he's a good level-headed guy, like obviously we listen.
Well, he's a man too, which is, as a woman, they dismiss me, the blonde hair and the whole bit. You got to be wacky, But a man has a much better chance. You ought to start teaching this. I'll lend you my banners. You can come out with me because we go to Ocean City. Been to Jim Thorpe. We went to Center City, Philadelphia twice. Where else do we go? All over the place. Get on my page, Flat Earth PA, and I post where we're going, and then you can come along. You too, and you too.
Yeah, and then I shared it with Susan. At first, she thought, "What? Same thing." Is my reaction.
I was like, what?
But the more I kept saying it to her, and then it just resonates. And I think being a believer helps. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, truth is God's truth.
Yeah.
And
When they came out with evolution, I was so crushed. I was 8 years old, I think. And I'm thinking, oh, no, it can't be evolution. No, we were created, you know. I remember that. And I was so glad because now, you know, I always knew evolution was wrong, but it's such an uphill battle to say, well, let's look at alleles, let's look at this, you know, and fighting that stairway. And no, you don't ever have that much time with somebody. But this is like the doorway to all of that. You see that. You see that. It's just evidence. I don't know why this guy, he just...
Well, he's not even a believer, so
Oh.
he was at least here trying to open, and I believe he was too.
You do have to have faith, because even when I was going to, you know, accept this totally, I prayed.
Marilyn, think about how crazy it is. You have to have faith to believe we're on a ball spinning in the middle of trillions of...
I know.
This is more sound.
But this
I
you
feel
know,
secure.
when you know,
Spinning out of control.
when you accept this, you know you're going to be hated in the world. So I said, okay, God, are you going to catch me if I fall? And then I just accepted it, and this rush came over me, and then I went outside, and I said, I know your eyeballs are right there looking at me now. It's like...
I feel so much more secure. Like, I feel like something changed
Yes.
in my spirit.
Yes.
I felt a calmness.
Confidence.
And just more secure.
Yes.
More secure being
Yes.
on a flat piece of land with a dome
Specifically made for us.
Yes.
that were...
Yeah.
We are
I
special
really
and
felt
cared
it.
for and provided for, and
I've been in Christian Ed for 25 years, and my son and I looked at like the science book that were last year, and so we were joking, and I'm like, you know, if I really believe this, like, you know, and I was principal, so I had say in what we taught, and Christian principal turns the world around and teaches us flat earth. I'm no longer there in Christian Ed.
oh, I was going to say, I'll
Currently-
come and teach.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
do it.
currently I'm not there, but anyway, it's something that I did consider, you know.
Cool.
But anyway, we pray that you have a good return from your plantings and your investment.
Thank you. Yeah, what else can you do in the wintertime? It's so freaking cold outside. You can't go out in the streets. But, so I thought, well,
That's good.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah. You might have,
And see what you started?
you planted some seeds.
Where did I start?
Well, you signed up to do this, saw the guy, and was like, called Steve, and then...
Oh, yeah,
protest,
that's right.
and-
That's right, yes.
There you go.
I emailed some of my friends, and like, craziness.
Yeah.
I did my first Facebook Live video today.
Did
Pretty
you?
excited.
Good
about
job.
Yeah.
Good job.
that. Yeah.
And I got to talk to some of those confused people out there. I sat up on the sidewalk, and I'm there. I'm going to take advantage of this, and
Oh,
so
yeah, we saw you when we came in.
yeah.
Did anybody have like any...
They all wanted to be the center of attention. They wanted to mock, but you know what? I think 3 or 4 of them actually looked at it and like, what? Like, could that be real? Like, I think they don't want to say anything because they'll get mocked, and they can't stand that.
Yeah.
But I think some of them looked at it, and then I handed out maybe a dozen or so cards, and so there's a potential.
And
So-
again, it takes a little time for your mind to wrap around it.
Yeah, it does.
It takes 3 times hearing it before you take it seriously. So if I'm number 1, they mock me, I'm number 1. So it only takes 2 more times, you know, so somebody else got to talk to them. They'll hear it. They will hear it because it's growing. It is growing fast. Yeah, truth has a funny way of doing that.
Yeah.
I'm Marilyn, and you are?
Susan?
Susan?
Yes.
Tara.
Tara?
Ryan.
Ryan. Susan, Tara, Ryan. Subscribe to my channel,
Okay.
and Flat Earth PA will tell you where I'm at and where we're going to go, and you can come and join us.
Thanks. Good.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You did a good job.
And you did too. I like the backup.
Great.
That's very helpful. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, you know, it's
Yep.
better that way.
Much better.
Yeah.
Was much
If
better.
I give any advice, dig into what they're asking. Because this guy,
Yep.
and that guy, and the guy who was standing up and you were about to punch him in the face,
I wasn't about to
they're,
punch him in the
they're
face.
on the edge of conversion.
I was totally calm.
Yeah.
You can just walk by and they're like, huh. But if they're asking
He was a
questions...
mocker. He was not on the edge
No,
of
he-
conversion.
the first guy was a mocker, but these 2 guys were honestly seeking.
But why
And-
do people mock?
Because they're evil.
No.
Well,
people mock
yeah.
they
because
can't accept it. It's
They can't
like
accept it. They're evil.
if
they're
people don't care-
considering the reality of it, I guess.
Okay, but what I'm saying is she didn't need to waste her time with the mocker. I understand your point Ryan, I think, wants you to just make sure you're addressing, because he had an honest heart. I don't think he was trying to challenge you,
Okay.
but you took a very defensive position. So if
I
you,
did.
If you could have been a little more open, then he might have gotten a little
Okay.
further. I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
I think it's a Jesus and an MLK approach. We know we have the truth. Jesus knows he's the truth. But if he went around and yelled at everybody, he's Messiah, no one would have followed him.
Right.
That's not what truth is. Love is freeing, love is not binding. If I say, love me, no one's going to love me.
Right.
But if I actually am true and I want to be loving,
Yeah.
I have to let them go. It's almost like I have to let them go on their adventure of questions and whatever and questioning and not be attacked. Trust me, it's tough because I know. Like,
I just lose patience.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm not saying it's a human weakness.
Yeah,
I do
we
it
just
all the
we
time.
just want to tell
That's
you
the reason
because we
why.
want to see you succeed.
Yeah, I want to see you succeed. It's the reason why I'm not doing it right now because I'm not strong enough. I know I'm going to get too emotional. Like I wanted to get very emotional outside.
You have to start somewhere.
But I
The
know
guy
that
who runs
I
our
can't do that.
website, the Flat Earth 101, the only thing he would do when he came out with this is with just hand cards. He didn't open his mouth.
Yeah.
But now sometimes he'll open his mouth. So it's a matter of growing and, yeah, you can do
the Lord, and the Lord needs to train me up to be a better man. And then once I'm a better man, I can go out and do it correctly. And I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. Well, you
So
can
I
come and
think-
observe.
Oh, I would love to do that. That's why I came today.
He's so
Awesome.
good. I know he has so
I'm
much.
in the background.
That's why I was like, Ryan, say something, because like the thing with the water, like we get that. We use a water bottle.
Yeah.
We get the water is.
Yeah, but sometimes they bring up about the test tube, water in a test tube, and it has the
No, but you know that.
It will-
They don't know what a test tube is. They don't know a curved test tube. You looked into it. You know what that is. I asked the girl out there. She read it. She said, water isn't always curved, and she was holding a water bottle. And I said, are you a ninny head? I didn't say that.
Are you
I'm like, you don't even know what you're saying. I'm like, turn your water bottle, and you can prove to yourself. You don't need me to tell you if it is naturally level. Just turn it, and you can see the water naturally changes. We're not talking. This isn't a conspiracy. Water is not a conspiracy. When you get into conspiracies, people, especially when you're trying to present it as scientific, when you're trying to provide facts, you can't go into theory. Trust me, I have a lot of theories, especially biblical theories. I love biblical theories. But I can only talk biblical theories to people who believe in the Bible, because we both believe in that. We both believe that that's true, so we can go from there. But as soon as you bring Bible into it, they don't care about your theory.
That's why I never bring Bible.
No,
I
you
don't
did
go
great.
from that approach.
No, you did great with
You were
that.
trying to say like
No, you
that
did
was-
great with
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because they just like shut. There's a
That's
wall
why
that
you
comes
shut down.
down,
Yeah.
and they just.
You gotta
But if
show
you
them
got them,
things they
if you can show them the
see.
evidence, then they can say, "Oh, yeah, well maybe the Bible's not a lie," and that's what I'm hoping. This is my mission.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you. You got a passion for it, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep it up. You're gonna be great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, I told Liz, I'm like, we're going to this demonstration. I'm like, I can't believe it's flat Earth this way. And you know, just the other night, because Ryan told me about flat Earth. I told Susan. Susan's my friend. And just the other night, I thought, I have to get Susan and Ryan to talk. We have to get together and talk about flat Earth, because we never had. And then when I saw it, I'm like, God, you're too crazy. Because I literally thought that the other night. So it was just cool. So
Invite your friends
for this
over, and I'll
opportunity.
bring my banners to your house, and we'll do this at your house. I can do that. I can do it anywhere.
I wanted to have a thing,
Do a
yeah.
party. If you wait till the summer and do it outside, I don't care. You know, I'll introduce them to it.
Jewelry demonstration at home.
Yeah.
I feel like,
We're gonna do a flat Earth demonstration.
Flat Earth party.
Flat Earth 30.
Yeah.
They're real-
Hey, they'll
really
come.
running
Anybody will
out of
come for food,
That's true.
right?
I'm looking at the total solar eclipse
Oh,
picture.
the total solar eclipse.
I mean, there's many questions. You know, people are going to have questions and doubts, and we can't prove everything, but you got to present what you believe in.
I don't care if I'm the first one and they mock me. Like I come here to bike night and I just wheel it up on my cart. I have them on the cart, and you can see it on my videos. And I hear the laughter. I hear them, oh, flat Earth. I don't care, because they're seeing it.
Yeah.
That's number one. The second person and the third person, where they hear it, then it's going to sink in. That's what I'm going on. That's what I.
And I think we think we are so evolved and intelligent as a society. I know I did. I thought we have all the evidence.
We're open-minded,
we know
right?
all the facts. We know everything. But when you look across time and you look at the different centuries or eras where they believe certain things,
Yeah.
we're just in a certain era.
Don't believe what you
You know
read
what I'm
either.
saying?
I think
So
there's.
I think it's going to
I don't
go.
think that one's it.
Well, who knows? I think Jesus
Might
is
be
going to
more
come back before everybody believes in flat
Yeah.
Earth. But you know.
Well,
What are you
if you
looking
start to
for?
believe in this, you're not scared of that.
Absolutely.
But that's the
I'm so glad you guys came, though. That was very helpful.
Do you need help taking that out? Like, do you need help breaking down?
Um,
You're pro, but
I was supposed to stay here
are you doing another
till
one?
3. Well, I'm just going to hang around until 2:45 or so, and then I'll pack up.
After the strategy.
Well, I told them I'd be here till 3, so I should honor that. And yeah, I can manage though. Thank you.
From, Marilyn?
Area?
What area?
Near Skippack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live
We're in
over-
East Norton. Yeah, so we're
What is it?
East Norton.
You're East Norton, yeah.
Yeah, right.
My sister used to work at the hospital, Norristown State,
Okay.
but that's not that far. Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're not really. You guys heard yourself. It was nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much,
job.
Ryan and
Marilyn, Tara.
Tara and Susan. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Absolutely.
Do you want to take a couple of cards, give them out?
Sure.
Here, take a couple more.
Thank you.
See ya. Okay, I think we're done here. How many minutes? 36.